Good morning everybody. It's Thursday, I think it's the 19th of August. Allotment update. This is what happens when you don't turn up for 2 weeks. Basically been working 6 days a week, 7 if you count Ruby's paper round. Yeah, everything is really overgrown, so I brought the strimmer with me today to crack on. So the path going down to the plot is really overgrown actually. Partly due to the fact that John on the left here is not well. I think he'll be giving up his plot. Our fees are due end of this month, end of August. I think it's £12.50, which is a great price. Okay, so yeah, everything's looking a bit weedy and a bit overgrown. I dread to think what the greenhouses look like. Well, let's get in and have a look. One of the sweet corn's doing well. It's over 6 foot now, some of it. And the squash are growing mad. I can see a blue crown prince in there. Let's go and have a little inspection. Oh, well, that's taken me about an hour. I've mowed everywhere and trimmed everywhere. All up there, I'll show you in a minute, but the tunnels are all a mess. The cabbages are doing all right actually. Massively bolted lettuce at the back there. See if you can see through the net. And you see at the back, huge lettuce. It's like a lettuce tree. Overgrown in here, of course. It was anyway before. That cabbage is blown. That's a shame because that was a real nice cabbage. There's another one behind it. I haven't seen if that's blown yet, but the collies have all gone. They'd gone anyway. Brussels look okay. If anything, a bit yellow on the leaves. I'll just tear them leaves off. Loads of weed on this side. I didn't have anything planted there. Let's see if I can see that cabbage. Oh, that cabbage actually looks really good. This one just here. Well, I'm going to have to harvest that today, which is great. Mint's gone over. Sunflowers, they're going over. Although sunflower brought back from Poppy's school is nearly 6 foot. So I don't know what variety that is. Maybe it's Titan, don't know. But look at the state of the greenhouse, look at this. We've got some tomatoes that are ready to harvest. Some of the red ones there have split. If you get splits on your tomatoes, that's due to inconsistent watering. No blight, which is good because a lot of people have suffered with blight this year. Cucumbers, well, they've got that heavy they fell over, so I'll harvest all the cucumbers. The chilies. Surprisingly, the jalapeno is doing okay-ish, and that was the worst. Whereas the cayenne pepper, I think because of the smaller pots. I mean, this banana, it feels quite soft actually. There's quite a few little ones on there. There's no way that's coming back. And the pepper, it's a shame because that was doing so well. I don't think that's going to come back. But the habanero, because it's in the big pot, that's doing okay. Aubergines, don't think there's any fruit on it. I've really let these struggle on this year. Oh, you know when you get allotment guilt because you've not been up for 2 weeks. That's what I'm suffering with now. Beans, knackered. Rhubarb, dry as a bone, actually doing really well. This is the champagne rhubarb. You can see that it's a rhubarb now actually with the red on there. Wow, Ishikura. They're doing well. Comfrey does well, that's really hardy. Chives and parsley are doing okay actually. You can see that how dry it is. It's shrunk away from the pot. I think all the bigger pot stuff is doing okay. That must be a pepper or a chili, something like that. Carrots. This is my little carrot experiment. That's doing okay. They need a good water. because it's off the ground, I've not suffered with any disease from that. But the tunnels took a hell of a battering. I mean, look at the roof, it's all ripped. I'm gonna have to get another roll of netting and deal with that. Let's just go in here and have a look, because some of the cabbages are doing okay. Excuse me. Kale doing really well. Broccoli, I forgot to plant all these cauliflower. These are cauliflower, the cheese ones. Is that comfrey there? It better not be. I'll be bloody plagued with if it is. Because the other comfrey, the Bocking 14, is doing okay. Right, let's go around here. A lot of weed in the bed. I did see, I think there might be a cabbage ready in here. Yeah, just there, look, that's coming. That's doing okay, that one. But there's another one there doing well. This, which I thought was a courgette, is not a courgette. Have we got anything? Now there. I think this may be a honey boat squash, looking at the elongated fruit on there. Did I plant anything else in here? Yes, I did. Swede. Oh, look. Is that spinach popping up? I never planted any spinach. That might have been in the ground before. Yeah. Swede. Is it swede? I'll tell you what, because I've left the tray in here, look. And they've all died. Yes, so the label says swede. Invitation. Well, they don't look very inviting, do they, really? Right. Yeah, look at the disaster here. So, that's all ripped. I'm going to have to get some more. I'll get the 3 metre stuff, I think, this time. I'll have a look on eBay and I'll order a roll. Yeah, look, there's odd bits of spinach or something growing up. Very random. So, yes. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to your allotment for 2 weeks. Everything goes nuts. The stuff you don't want to, the weeds and the grass. This needs spraying again. Weeds and the grass. And everything in the greenhouse dies. Let's just have a quick look at the squash and the pumpkins. Yes, I've got a few plants mixed in here. This is I think this is a crown blue prince. Or a blue crown prince, something like that. I think this is a pumpkin. It's not doing very well. Swamp with weeds. Let's have a look under here. There's another crown blue. Look, there's another crown prince. There's a mahoosive one over here somewhere. There. Do you know what? I might use that as a pumpkin this year instead, because that is massive. It's about the size of a football. I'm sure there'll be others lurking in the undergrowth. Oh, something there. Is that a pumpkin? Could be. Next to another rogue potato. And this one here, I think, if my wonderful mother-in-law is watching, I think, is that a honey boat? It's a very odd shape. Let's have a look at the sweet corn. These beds I've just mowed over rather than pulling out the worst of it. Oh yeah, you're alright. Apologies, I was just chatting to my allotment neighbour who I haven't seen for a little while. Laura at the back there. Their plot is lovely, it's really nice. Not like this bloody mess. Right, let's have a look at these sweet corn. Let's squeeze the ears, they're starting to go. There's quite a few in here. I'm not sure, I think this is Swift. So they're all in flower. All in flower now, look. So the flowers drop the pollen onto the hairs, and the hairs, see there? The hairs take the pollen in and pollinate the kernels. So each hair is one of the kernels, apparently so. And once these go black, you can squeeze the cob and peel it back and see what the kernels look like. And there is a test you can do by piercing one of the kernels. If the juice is clear, they're not ready, but if the juice is milky, they're ready, something like that, or it might be the other way around. Right, let's get on and do a bit more. Right, there's one tunnel roughly weeded. Basically just been along on my hands and knees and just pulled out the worst of it. Kale's doing all right. Yeah, there is a lot of white fly in here now. You know, if you move the kale, you see any coming off? Nah, maybe I've scared them all off. So yeah, I've pulled out a lot of bindweed, plagued with it on this site. I've chopped back some of these. I think this is actually honeyboat squash. There's one there. So I've chopped these right back just to contain the plant, really. There's another one there. There's one that's died off there due to poor pollination. The cabbages are actually doing okay. Bit of white fly on them. For anything, they're a bit close together. Oh my God, look at that. I've just spotted that. See that at the back? Let's see if we can zoom in. Is that one snail or is that two? Let's get rid of that for a start. Right. Oh my God, it's absolutely enormous. Oh, look at the foot on it. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, gross. Right, let's get rid of that. Do you know what? I'm going to put that in my compost bag, and that can chomp down on some of those. Don't want to kill it. Yeah. So I'm pleased. Actually looks a bit more respectable. Got different sorts of cabbage in here. Excuse me. Swede. I've tipped out these beer traps as well because they were just, oh, they were absolutely stinking. Rotten beer, rotten slugs. Oh. Need to put some more beer in. Oh, let's zoom out again. That's it. Right, different sorts of cabbage. Red cabbage. I think these are January King or Savoy, if that is some sort of Savoy. This is a pointed cabbage. These doing really well. Just need the heads to tighten up there now. A few of those. Those were plug plants from my local independent garden centre, which is brilliant. I always sing their praises. Always use local if you can. Right, obviously you've seen the kale, haven't you? Got something, I need to plant something in there. Not sure what yet. I've actually bought some Cavolo Nero seeds and some gherkin seeds for next year. So I am going to plant those. Well, I'm going to plant the gherkins next year instead of the cucumbers, I think. I've just spotted this. Hold on. Asparagus bed. I've just let it go. Well, you do let it go this time of year anyway, but it is going yellow at the back here. So let it all die off. Once it dies off and goes yellow, I'll go through and weed this, and I will edge it with this timber and bark it as well. I think I'm going to go through these greenhouses next and just see what's going on. Right, onwards and upwards. Right, everybody, I'm back at home now. I didn't actually get as much footage today as I wanted to. I picked this was my first cabbage from the plot. There was a big slug buried in the bottom there, which I had to dispatch. And Laura, she gave me some of her beans, and I gave her a couple of cucumbers. So yeah, we're going to have these tonight. We'll have bangers and mash and a bit of veg. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, so I'm going to go back up the plot tomorrow. I've got a few days off, so I'm pleased with what I've got done today. The weather's nice, so hopefully it continues to be nice. And fingers crossed, we'll start turning it back around. Thanks for everybody for watching, and thank you to all the new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Please like this video, as it helps with the YouTube algorithm for like-minded people to watch videos like this and other great channels as well. Thanks for watching, and the next time you go onto YouTube, just have a look and see what's Jamie up to.